Hi, Mean Green family. This is Trisha Rodriguez with the Center for Leadership and Service, and we are bringing you a new series called the CLS Reacts. So today we're going to be reacting to a leadership video, and we hope that you will enjoy this series. So let's start the video.
Maybe I should just quit and go back to making noodles.
Look, kid, bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right?
Right.
Wrong! When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world.
When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do?
What you gotta do?
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
You gotta put your past behind you.
But it still hurts. Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift.
Yes.
That is why it is called the present.
Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story. So, who are you?
Maybe I should just quit.
Kung Fu Panda isn't Disney, but
Wow. Wow. What do we think?
It's like my childhood, all wrapped into 1 minute.
Yeah, it was.
Up, I love the song from Up. It's so cute. It really gets you in the mood, I think. Like in that, mood to reflect. For me, it does for some reason.
I'm really glad that you expanded on mood. Really, you know what you was trying to set up.
I think you can't go wrong with Lion King.
I think there's so many lessons that go into movies, you know what I mean, that people are able to kind of just apply to. But I think definitely at an early age, any type of Disney or Pixar or any of those things, I think really did give those valuable life lessons at a very, very young age, which I'm interested to know, because I know I was just all about that back in the day, still am, but really more back in the day. If that is still, I mean, mind you, I don't have any little nieces or nephews that are running around watching these types of things right now, but if that is still the vibe for the little ones out there.
I think so, because I've seen some of the newer movies that have been out. The first one that comes to mind is, well, I know it's not Disney, it was Pixar, but Inside Out. That one really had a lot of underlying themes to it and some lessons in it that I thought was really good. I think, and I think, we also have to think about how the lessons change, and it's different these days with, kids and what they have to be aware of and their surroundings and things like that maybe we were not aware of when we were kids. And so, but I think they are still on that train for sure.
Yeah, and I think even the old stuff like Lion King, it's still very much, it's still relevant even today, that it's, yes, we can, even if you can't do anything, you can still push past, and there's always something that you can do.
That's real. And so fitting, I think, right now, of just yeah, you know what I mean? Of one being human beings. And so I think the lesson of life is something that's always going to be, evolving, and we should always, strive to continue to learn new things. And so being open and susceptible to that. But I think that as, us being in the midst of a pandemic, it only makes those moments even more meaningful, right? Of how are we coming out of this, right? And how can some of those things that were in the video be applied? So,
absolutely. I think that was something that really I felt resonated with the video of we are in a situation right now that feels, we're feeling isolated, we're feeling down, right? Like it's hard to be positive when you're not necessarily feeling positive. But also recognizing that these are the moments that make us who we are, and they are opportunities to define ourselves and not what defines us, if that makes sense. And that, I think that that is really, really important. And thinking about, like, what you were saying, our kids still taking these lessons, I think that they are. And I think when we are talking about it, they are too. But I also really love that it takes, like, when I watch it and I step back for a second, I learned that lesson too, right? Like sometimes you forget it, and it's not until you're watching a kids movie or a Disney movie or a Pixar movie that makes you go, huh, yeah, like somewhere along the way, I may have also forgotten that lesson and how important it is for me to recognize that as well. And so I think, it's a good time to be watching these and thinking about, like, what does that mean for tomorrow, and like how do we bring this to life tomorrow.
Yeah, I kind of like how the video presented a bit of advice at the beginning of the little clip, and then proceeded to kind of like not really debunk that advice. Like when Timon said, just turn your back on the world. If they turn your back on you, who cares? Just give up on stuff. But then the video said, well, no, don't give up. Actually, your past doesn't have to define you. It's what you do going. And so, because I remember, I don't know if this came across, I kind of grimaced when he said that, like, just turn your back on the world. But then the video kind of kept on going about, like, well, you're a part of the world. So you can't turn your back on it. And it's important to keep moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a word for sure. For sure. Well, awesome stuff. Any final thoughts? CLS Reacts. This is episode 1 of a long line of reacts.
Absolutely. This is a series that we want to continue. And so if any of you have videos that you would like for us to watch and talk about, or if you'd like to join the CLS Reacts video, please leave it in the comments below. And we will see you at the next CLS Reacts. Bye.
Bye, y'all.